What is going on, guys? My name is Stuber, and I'm here to break down this 2-game NBA slate over on DRAFTKINGS on September 1st, 5:30 p.m. Central Time. Man, time is flying, especially when these games have just been so good. If you followed me over here on Twitter, I've been giving out some of my bets, and of course my cheat sheet every single day. Recommend you follow me over here just to do that. I was on Miami to win this series in 6 or 7 games. I feel like I got some pretty good odds on that. I'm recording this in the middle of the game. As of right now, it's tied up. And also, if you were in my live stream, you saw that I put in a pretty big bet on the over in this game 1 of the Bucks and Miami Heat. It looks like that's gonna hit. This game's going pretty much as planned for me so far. So if you guys want to follow me over here, subscribe if you haven't already on this YouTube channel. I do go live 30 minutes before every slate, answering questions and whatnot, updating my cheat sheet, and then join the Discord below. Everything's completely free. Trying to blow up this account as much as I can, just to give out the best information I possibly can. Links are all up in the description if you guys can help me out. Join those, like the video, comment below. Helps me out more than you know. I can continue to do this for free, and that's the plan. But yeah, let's just jump right up into this cheat sheet that I've done for years now. This is my 3rd year doing this. Most of you guys know about this already. S tiers being pretty much the locks of the slate, followed by A, B, and C tier plays. If you guys have any questions about it, feel free to hit me up in my DMs on Twitter, in the Discord, wherever you want. I'm more than glad to help you guys. But we'll just start up top with 9.7K Jamal Murray. Never in my life did I think that he would be more expensive than Nikola Jokic. But with the minutes that he's playing, with them facing elimination, the series tied 3-3 right now. It's hard for me to shy away from guys like Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic. Both of those guys are playing about 40 minutes. The team is a bit limited right now with Gary Harris being limited himself, Will Barton not being here. They just really don't have much offense out of Jamal Murray, outside of Murray and Jokic, so they've been leaning on them heavily minutes wise, and they've been trying to slow down Donovan Mitchell, so they're giving extended minutes to guys like Jeremy Grant and Torrey Craig, who aren't that great on offense. So it divvies the all the usage to guys like Murray and Jokic. We look at add more funds. In this playoff series, Jamal Murray is averaging 1.47 fantasy points per minute. It's absolutely insane. Super high usage rating. Actually, in that last game, game 6, he had a 39% usage rating, second in assist percentage, just behind Nikola Jokic. If I'm paying up for a guy, it's going to be Jamal Murray. I like him a bit more than Donovan Mitchell. And look, guys, Donovan Mitchell is a fine play in its own right. But on a 2-game slate, you kind of have to make a stand. And I'm going to take a stand on Jamal Murray. I've been riding him this whole playoff series. It's paid off big time for us, everyone in the Discord, everyone who follows. And this game should be no different. If you don't want to pay up for a guy and you want to stay in the mid-range with guys like Van Fleet, Lowry, Walker, I don't mind that route at all either. And then in GPPs, I think that you could go to guys like Jason Tatum and Nikola Jokic. But if I'm playing cash and I'm paying up for a guy, it's going to end up being Jamal Murray. The only downside to it is that there's really just no value at all today. The lowest I can go is Royce O'Neal, because he's getting minutes. Like he should play 36, 38 plus minutes, but he's just not the best fantasy producer. But if it helps me fit Murray into my lineup, I don't mind it at all. But more than likely, as of right now, I'm going more in this mid-range. Moving over to Jason Tatum, one of my favorite GPP plays on the slate. And if you guys would have talked to me before, I would have let you guys know that after I did a lot of research on this Boston Celtics and Toronto Raptors series, I do think that the Celtics probably win the series 4-1, 4-2 pretty easily. Just because both these teams are pretty reliant on the transition game. Both of these teams are both top 5 in transition offense and transition defense, so I think that kind of nullifies it, and they're not going to be doing it nearly as much, and we're going to see a lot of half-court basketball, which is going to benefit guys like Jason Tatum and Kemba Walker, who thrive in pick-and-roll situations where the Toronto Raptors somewhat struggle. I mean, both these teams we're talking about 2 elite NBA teams, so they don't struggle all that much, but where they do, more so than other situations, is pick and roll. And both Tatum and Kemba Walker are top 10 in pick and roll efficiency. So I like both those guys quite a bit. And as well, the Raptors allow, percentage-wise, the most three-pointers in the league. Kemba Walker himself averages 8.4 three-pointers attempted per game. That leads the Celtics, followed by Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart, and Jaylen Brown. But actually, Jaylen Brown is averaging two more three-pointers per game since the bubble has returned. And we know Gordon Hayward is still out, so we're going to expect big minutes from Jason Tatum, Kemba Walker, Jaylen Brown. I don't mind any of those guys, and I don't mind playing 2 or 3 of them. They're going to play big minutes. It should be a competitive game, and we know where the production is going to come from. It's from those guys pretty exclusively. And then on the other side, yeah, I like Kyle Lowry, I like Fred VanVleet. Both those guys, if we're playing a lot of half-court defense, that means there's going to be a lot of assists and a lot more rebounds. So guys like Kyle Lowry, Fred VanVleet, I like quite a bit. I think that a lot of people are going to go to Fred VanVleet just because he has been the hotter player. Although he shot 3 for 16 last game, he still put up 40 fantasy points somehow. He got a ton of steals. I think he got 6 steals. Wouldn't expect the same, but I do expect him to shoot a bit better. I just prefer Kyle Lowry a bit more. His usage rate has been higher. His assist percentage has been a lot higher. His shots just haven't been falling. But I think more times than not, Kyle Lowry is going to be a higher scorer than Fred VanVleet, and he's somehow cheaper. I know it's only $100, but it's weird to see that Fred VanVleet is more expensive than Lowry. Like I mentioned, I think Kemba Walker is a lock on this slate. Moved to Serge Ibaka. I wanted to add another mid-range GPP play just because I feel like we're lacking players in this range. Serge Ibaka has actually been averaging 1.27 fantasy points per minute since coming back from injury in the bubble. Has been playing super well, and something we haven't really seen all that much this year from the Raptors, or the last 2 years really, is that Serge Ibaka has been getting minutes at the 4, which is new because he's usually just backing up and splitting those 48 center minutes. So if he's going to split those 48 center minutes with Marcus Gasol and also play minutes at the 4, and we can confidently project him for 24 to 26 minutes, yeah, he could absolutely smash this price tag at 6.2K. Strictly GBP, I wouldn't trust it in cash. He did get extended run last game just because Marcus Gasol and Pascal Siakam got into early foul trouble. You can't bank on that happening every game. That's why he's strictly a GPP play. But I think he's a great play nonetheless. Move over to Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart actually last game without Gordon Hayward in this exact same matchup had a 24% usage rating, which is a lot higher than he's used to. But he was shooting threes and he was knocking them down. And like I said, the Raptors are going to allow a ton of three-pointers, clog up the paint. The driving kind of guys for the Celtics, I don't think succeed nearly as much, and they're going to rely on the 3 more. So Marcus Smart at 6K, he's not the best point per minute fantasy player, but he can play upwards of 38 to 40 minutes if this game stays competitive, which I think that it does more times than not. So I like him at 6,000. Daniel Tice at 5.2K. Yeah, he was on pace to play like 32, 34 minutes last game. Enes Kanter didn't even touch the court. He's out of the rotation. Like I expected before the last series, it was Robert Williams coming off the bench, and Tice missed minutes due to early foul trouble, and then he missed minutes again in the second quarter due to foul trouble, and then he missed minutes in the fourth quarter due to a blowout. So he put up a stellar game, and it can only get better from here, assuming that the game is competitive and he's out of foul trouble. And he's still only 5.2K and is forward and center eligible, which is absolutely massive for roster construction. And so I like him. I'm going to go back to the well with him. And then Jeremy Grant, OG Anunoby are pretty much the same plays. They're going to play 36, 38, 40 minutes. Not all that active offensively, but they're good at grabbing stocks, rebounds. Can't get on the board. And at times, they're really out there scoring the ball. Like Jeremy Grant, he scored a lot of points last time, but didn't pick up very many rebounds, which is an anomaly. If he put the whole game together, he would have scored like 35, 40 points. He's just out there so much. It's hard for me to get away from both of these guys to help me fit in the other mid-range guys, just because the value is so bad today. I'm not looking at anyone below Royce O'Neal, who I talked about. I don't even like him all that much, but that's as low as I would possibly go. Now I will be updating this cheat sheet over on my Twitter like I do every single day, so make sure to go follow me over there, and then I will be live on this channel 30 minutes before lock And then I'll be answering questions in the Discord pretty much 24/7. I'm always in there doing that for you guys. But I appreciate you guys watching this video. If you haven't subscribed already, liked, commented, that helps me out an absolute ton. Hope you guys do well tomorrow. And until next time, peace.